Yes, we are live. Hello, everyone. Good evening. How have you been? How's been your week? Mine has been eventful, holidays here and there, and they're trying to just do things, And like I said, holidays is not for screaming, it's not for shouting. So I've been enjoying it. I hope you have been too. My name is Funmilola Williams. I am the lead coach at the Informed and Reformed Teens Academy. It's an online mentorship academy for girls, just for girls. And by the grace of God, we're able to help you help your girls, as they begin to move from that their pre-twin stage to that they are teenage and an eventual transition into adulthood. So that's what we do at the academy. And then by the grace of God, we've been working with teenagers generally, but specifically teenage girls now for a couple of years. And then, yes, that's what we do by way of introduction. Just in case it's your first time of being in our coming on to this live chat. So what I like you to do is I like you to go into the comment section. I like you to put your comment. I like you to share this link. I like you to inform your family and friends that there's a place you're learning how to walk and navigate your journey with your teenage girls. If you do that, then you'll be doing us a great favor because this is coming to you for free. And then I will also apologize in advance. I have a series of classes after now, so I will be a bit we not use up to the regular 1 hour that we normally use. So you don't want her to just end up anywhere. The essence of parenting your girl is for her to end up finding herself in a place of purpose. So what we're talking about today is what? Helping your teenage girl claim her place in purpose. Nobody was created an accident. Nobody was created a mistake. Nobody was created and then God is confused. Nobody confused God. If you are here watching live, I'd like you to put that in the comment section that nobody is a confusion to God. Nobody. So your daughter, your teenage girl is not a confusion to God. So, but how are you going to help? How are you going to help her? What do you need to do to help your teenage girl? That's what for her to get into the place where it is that she really is supposed to be fulfilling her purpose, doing what she was called to do, doing what she's created for. And I'm so sorry once again. I have to really I'm a bit pressed for time. The other classes I need to be in. So number one thing you need to do, you need to determine where her place is. And I'm going to be using the story of Esther. I'm working, I'm doing an exposition on the book of Esther, and then my eyes just got open to a lot of new realities about Esther that I'd never ever considered before. See, it wasn't Esther's dream to be in the palace. Go and read it very well. It wasn't her dream. So you have to be the one, and I've been a parenting. And by the way, I hope that you've been in this parenting conference that's been making the rave everywhere. Please, you could just check that up. It is very, very beneficial on your parenting journey. So I've been studying about the book of Esther. I've been looking at it, and I realized that it was her uncle Mordecai that he actually so determined that this is what Esther should do. Esther grew up an orphan. Esther didn't grow up privileged. Esther didn't grow up. She was just there. But her uncle saw. So the same thing. As a parent of a girl, you need to see. Otherwise, if you don't see, there's nothing that your teenage girl will not bring to you today. It will not bring for you. She will bring everything and anything for you. So you need to see. As a parent of a teenager, you need to be the one to determine where their place is. So right now, that's the assignment I'm giving you today. Go and determine what is God saying to you about your child. This child that is on your hand, what have you seen about her? What have you seen her doing? What do you see her prospects to be? You are the one to determine that. Nobody will do that. You can do that in the place of in the observing your child, looking at your child, then also praying about your child. I didn't say pray for you. I said pray about your child, the child on your hands. So that teenage girl, you are the one to determine where it is that her place will be in destiny. Not every, I was sharing with the girls in my corner the other time how that some parents are blessed. God specifically tells them that, oh, this girl that you're having, this is what she will do, this is what she will do. But some are not so blessed. Some have to go to God. I mean, some are also what's the word, lucky, quote and unquote. Some have to go to God by themselves to find out what the issue is. So you don't want to find out. So you have to determine where the place of your girl is. Determine it. How do you determine it? Observe your girl. Look at her very well. So don't just look through her. Don't just look above her. Don't just look past her. Look thoroughly at your girl to see what it is that what is her capability, what is her potential, what is her strength. So it is when you now determine that I can go to the next one, which is that you need to begin to sell to her the vision that you have seen. But you have determined it by yourself. Nobody's going to do that for you. It is your assignment. And that's why I say that when people say that this parenting is work, I think the hardest work anybody will ever do on the face of this planet is parenting. Because really it is not beans, and it's not for the kind of glove hands, I mean kid hands with which we are taking it. So what am I going to say? I'm going to say to you again. So I apologize up front. I'm apologizing again because I really will press for time this evening. It's not deliberate. I wish I could have this class yesterday, but don't worry. I will drop. What if you cannot finish? I'll still drop what I want to talk about in the community on WhatsApp. But let's go on before my I'm totally out of time. So the next thing is you need to begin to sell to her the vision of that place. Sell it to her. See, if you don't sell to her, don't forget. I've said this severally. It's been proven. It's been written in books. Everybody has talked about it. Your teenage girl is not capable of making functional mistake. I mean, making functional decisions yet. Not all of our decisions is perfect. Not all of our decisions are error free. So begin to sell to her. Begin to sell to her what you have determined. That's why you are there. That's why you are there. That's why you are the one that you're piloting our affairs. That's why you are a gate man, as it were. So begin to sell to her. What have you seen your daughter do? It will not come to her easy. She may want to resist because it may be contrary to what she wants to do. But because you have seen that she's able to do this better, you begin to now sell to her. I can imagine Mordecai saying to Esther, what do you think about being a queen? I can just, I can literally see Mordecai seated and then talking to Esther. So you begin to, Mordecai begins to go like, what do you think about this? Don't forget to be a pageant, so it will be advertised. And then Mordecai will sit and say, oh, okay, my niece Esther can do this. And then she begins to say to her, the way you encourage her. So you're telling to her, to your daughter, what you have seen can also be in form of encouraging your daughter, exposing your daughter to higher knowledge, to make her make choices. You make choices from higher knowledge. So that's what you need to do again. Begin to sell to her the vision of that place. Then the next thing you need to do, you need to begin to prepare and teach her the code of conduct of the place. What is your daughter going to be? Where is she going? Where is she headed? Then people that are there, how do they behave? It is worrisome. Sometimes even me, I post it like a joke, but it is not a joke. It is worrisome when you see girls clueless, when you see girls do as though they're not going anywhere. We have too many girls looking as though they're not going anywhere to continue to raise them. So let your girl not be among the remove her from the community of girls that are not going anywhere. So you need to begin to prepare her. Prepare your girl. I want to imagine that before even Esther went to the palace, I want to imagine that Mordecai had called in groomers. This is, maybe we'll call them, groomers. People that will teach her the delicacies of palace life, the delicacies of the things to expect, what to do, and all of that. The intricacies rather of palace life, of the life. They will have exposed her to books, to history of that particular kingdom. How do the coins, the past queens, how do they behave? So she's at a leverage. So don't just leave things to chance when it concerns your daughter. Please, dear parents, don't leave it to chance. So begin to prepare. You need to prepare. But before we now prepare, even with the parents, even you that are parenting your daughter, how prepared are we for life? How serious are we for life? That's a whole conversation for another day. But begin to prepare your daughter. I wish that I had all of the time today. I am really so sorry. So begin to prepare your daughter and teach her the code of conduct of that place. Teach her. Your daughter, if you have been able to walk to the level of you understand this is where your daughter is going, then you should know. It's there in the scriptures that if your eyes be really open, your eyes is flooded, that your eyes rather is filled, then the whole body is flooded with light. So if it's just one, that place that she's going, that place that's where you're looking at, that's where you're putting all of your energy, all of your attention, that is where you're putting it. So dear parents, that's why I said this thing is not for what my coach will say, it's not for loafers. I agree with that totally. So please, dear parents, begin to prepare, begin to teach her the code of conduct. So many girls, I don't know whether you see them, whether I'm the only one seeing them, I don't know, but I'm sure that you're seeing them too. You see them on, you see them everywhere. You see them on Facebook, you see them. You're wondering, who are the people parenting these girls? Who are their parents? Who are their coaches? Who are their mentors? So you need to prepare your daughter. You need to prepare. Otherwise, what you don't prepare for, she would never excel. She will never, when she gets there, she will mess things up. She will just mess things up. So you need to prepare, you need to teach her the code of conduct of where she's going. Don't forget I said to you that you're the one to determine her place. You have to determine it. Determine it. Or so this, when kids are born to us, they come to us empty. So we begin to put into them. And it's what we put into them that they begin to see. So determine it yourself. Where is this purpose of my girl? Where is her strength? And the cheapest way to know purpose is, what's that thing that is easy for your girl to do? What is she passionate about? Then what problem is she thinking of solving in the world? When you are asking those kind of questions, those are the kind of questions. It is the answers that she gives that will generate where you think that it is that your girl is meant to be, and then you begin to prepare in that direction. Sell it to her, sell that vision to her, sell that vision to her. I imagine that this is what Mordecai did to Esther, and so much so that Esther began now to see herself as what? As a coin. I am really pressed for time. So the next thing is, begin to prepare and teach her the code of conduct of that place. Then accept nothing short of acceptable. I'm going to explain this using a short personal story. So my daughter works with a lot of craft. She does a lot of craft and all of that. So there was a particular one that was very stressful for her, was very tasking for her. It was quite big. Even me, I knew. It was for ages 14 and above, but I just deliberately, we're trying to talk about pushing our girls, pushing them. I was trying to, without saying it, but that was my intention. So I got a particular craft for her, and then she did it for several months. I'm not even gonna, gloss that over. Several months she did it, and then she kept doing it. She kept doing it. At the time she would leave it, then she would come back to it and say, okay, this thing you have to finish it. What do I want to say? So one day, so when she thought she was almost done, like she was very excited. I was very excited too. So she showed me, and the moment she showed me, I just went to see that there were still some a little bit of what's it called, finishing touches, yeah, that she had to put. So, and I knew without that particular piece of art would not come out as beautifully as it should. So I did not accept anything short of acceptable. That's what I mean. So if you know that it's not done, it's not done. It's not done. It's not done. That's all what it meant. So if the wardrobe is not well arranged, it's not well arranged. The pants is not clean, it's not clean. She didn't shave well, she didn't shave well. All those little things. Let her know. Because see, nobody will accept half measures. Nobody. Where she's going, half measures are not accepted. So, but what if you have made her so used to accepting half measures? Oh, my mommy will just do it for me, or my mommy will finish it for me. My daughter is struggling with, where we have sometimes you need to use Uber and all of that, but sometimes she needs to use the brush, and I think that she's struggling with something as simple as brush. So I don't care. So I said, okay, you go back and sweep it again. If it takes you 10, 3, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, you go and just do it again. So you are not. What are you doing? You are trying to. It's a condition. It's a mindset. You're trying to say, see, you know what? You are not nobody, because nobody will accept it from her from outside. Nobody will. So you have to accept nothing short of acceptable from her. Then the next thing, I am sorry. I hope that I'm not too fast. Please, you have to pardon me today. I have 2 classes that are waiting for me that I need to be in. So that's why. All right. So let's just go on and then trust God to make the best of it. Then the next thing that is very important, especially for a girl, please teach your girls that service is access to the place she's going. Service is access. If you are watching live, please put whatever it is that is striking you, put in the comment section. Teach your girl that service is access to the place. Service is access. See, service is access. Service is access. I can't shout this enough. As I was praying for this class, it just went back to my mind, just went back to the home videos that we sometimes do watch. Have you noticed that when the servant, maybe the servant of the palace is coming, wants to come and see the king, she comes or he comes directly through the back, probably